Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This tutorial is in collaboration with Michelle of Ready Set Glamour. If you guys aren't familiar with her channel, you're about to be, because I'm going to be linking it in this video and down below. We decided to create looks revolving around the Morphe 35O palette and the Morphe 35P palette. So Michelle will be doing a look with the 35P, I'll be doing a look with the 35O. I know I'm sort of late in the game with this palette, but honestly, every time I went to go purchase this palette, it was sold out, which I'm sure a ton of you guys encountered the same problem. But I have it now and I am not letting it out of my sight. You guys know I love a dramatic smoky eye, but I decided to create something that was really light and bronzy and pretty, really suitable for spring and summer, even though we're still in winter mode. It's quickly approaching, so this is perfect for those seasons. I promise you this look is super simple. Even I was kind of shocked when I was doing it. I was like, really, that's it? That's all you're gonna do? So if you guys are interested and wanna see how I create this look, keep on watching. All right guys, I've already filled in my brows using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown. I applied some foundation and concealer around my eyes to make it a lot easier and cleaner when applying my foundation later. So let's jump right into the eyes first. I'm gonna start by priming my eyes with the Laura Mercier Eye Basics Shadow Primer in Linen. It has a soft pink tone to it, so it really helps cancel out any darkness on my lids and even them out. I'm gonna dust some of the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder from the brow bone down to the crease for easier blending. I'm using a Sigma E40 brush to apply the powder. Not on the lid though, because that'll diffuse the color of the shadows on the lid. The first color I'm going in with is this one right here, and I'm going to apply that to the inner and outer corners with a Smith 230 brush. Using that same brush, I'm going to apply this shadow right here in the crease to help blend this color out. And again, with that same brush, I'm gonna take just a pinch of this color and apply it towards the inner part of the eye, right underneath the brow, just for like an added pop of color. And then right down the center where there's no eyeshadow, I'm gonna apply this really pretty golden peachy shadow with a Sigma E55 brush. And I actually want it to be a little more intense, so I'm going to go in with this shadow, and I'm going to be using the one that's on the center right now as an inner corner highlight. So I'm going to try and darken it with this color. But if I were you, I'd probably just go in with this one first. Yes, that is much better. Now I'm going to work on the lower lash line. Like I mentioned, I already have a little bit of concealer there, so it's going to work as an eyeshadow base. So I'm going to start by applying that first eyeshadow to the lower lash line with a Sigma E45 brush. And I'm also going to pick up that peachy shadow on that same brush and apply it right underneath that previous shadow. And I'm going to blend everything out with my Sigma E40 brush, so I'm just going around the edges. And if you need to, pick up the lightest shadow in this palette and use that to help blend out the edges. And finally, I'm going to apply that peachy gold shadow again to the inner corners for a little highlight with a Luxie 229 brush. See, it looks so much better as a highlight than it did in the center. I think on the center it was missing a little color. Alrighty, now onto the skin. For the skin, I'm going to be keeping it pretty light and fresh. I don't want anything too heavy, but I do want to show you guys a little trick that I like to do for cleaning up fallout rather than using a makeup remover or makeup remover wipes. I like to take a little sponge, so a little wedge like this, you can get them at Target, and I use whatever primer I'm going to be using on my skin to pick up the fallout. So today I'm using the Marc Jacobs Coconut Primer. So I'll dispense some of this onto the sponge and then use that for pickup. You can even use your moisturizer. You can see all the excess fallout that came out on the sponge. That way you're just adding more of the product that you're actually going to be putting on your skin, like the primer and moisturizer, versus taking it off. So now I'm going to go straight into foundation. I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, but rather than swipe it onto my skin directly, I'm going to pick it up on a beauty blender and stipple it on for a much lighter finish. I'm going to pick it up like this and then just start stippling it on. And I'm going to set with that same Laura Mercier powder I used on the lids before going in with shadow, and I'm going to press it in with a beauty blender. This is the one foundation that I feel like I have to set all over, because if you don't, I feel like it separates later in the day. And as you saw, it leaves you really shiny, so I lightly set across the entire face with powder. And I'm going to highlight before I use bronzer because I want the highlight to sort of peek through the bronzer. So I'm going to be using Angel from the Gwen Stefani Urban Decay blush palette and a Smith 112 brush. So I'm still going to apply it to the same areas, high points of the face, but I'm going to kind of go crazy with the bronzer. And for bronzer, I'm going to be using my Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion in the shade 20M. And I'm going to use a really large fluffy brush. This is the Smith 118 to sort of dust it all over, but I'm still going to stick to the general areas, just kind of also use it as blush and, you know, just look really bronzy and golden and yes. I'm also going to apply some bronzer to the sides of the nose because if not, I feel like it's warm everywhere else but the center. So just add a little bit here to warm up the skin. I'm using a Smith 232 brush. And that's pretty much all that I want to do to the skin. I wanted to keep it really light. So now I'm going to finish the eyes by adding some clear brow gel. I'm using the Anastasia clear brow gel like always. And I'm going to apply some mascara. And for mascara, I'm going to be using the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara because I'm not going to be using any false lashes. I really like how light and pretty and bronzy everything is, and I just feel like adding false lashes would make everything look heavy and really more of a dramatic glam, and I want to keep it really light glam. And for the lip, to match the rest of the look, I almost want to do like a really light terracotta color, or almost like a nude with a strong peach undertone. Alright guys, I had to go off camera to find the perfect lip color to match this look because I'm not even kidding, I went through like 5 different options and hated them all, and I kept recording it and it was getting really annoying. So I ended up finding the perfect peachy nude to go with this look, and it's Rimmel Lasting Finish lipstick in shade number 46. And with the lip done, that completes this bronzy, peachy makeup look. Thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you're heading on over from Michelle's channel. I hope you guys stick around. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. So I see you in the next one. Bye guys.